Grace Report. How's everyone doing? What is up? Matthew, Tammy, Carol, Gunner Girl. How is everyone doing this fine Monday evening here, Pacific Standard Time? It might be Tuesday in some other places. But how is everyone doing? We'll wait a few minutes for people to trickle in. But how is everyone doing? Did anyone watch any horror movies or anything? I haven't watched any. I've been kind of behind on that. So I haven't. There's a few on my list, but I've been kind of behind on that. But have any of you watched any horror movies? I know there's a few coming out October 3rd that I have on my radar. I'm looking forward to VHS Halloween. It's going to be on Shudder. I watch those. They come out with something every year, and I watch those every year. I'm also looking forward to the Monsters, that Netflix series that did. It started off with Jeffrey Dahmer, then it did the Eric and Lyle Menendez story. This year they're doing it on Ed Gein. So those two, I cannot wait for October 3rd to come out. I am looking forward to those. Those are on my radar. What's up, Dusty? I'm probably going to see if I can also see some of the Pooniverse movies. They do have, I think, the Peter Pan Neverland Ranch. I think it's out. Neverland Ranch. I don't know. Neverland something. I forgot the name of it. It's part of the Pooniverse. I think it's on Peacock. I am not sure. But I do want to see that, and I'm probably going to get around to finally catching Pooh, Blood, and Honey 2. We'll see if I can sit through that. Bernadette, what is up? How's it going? Matthew goes, no films, but want to see something wicked. This comes way on Disney Plus. Never been on streaming before. Pretty cool. Next month. Good Girl saw The Conjuring with my son and daughter-in-law. Very disappointing. I'm not a huge fan of The Conjuring. I usually wait for them to come on streaming, which is probably what I'm going to do. What's up, Brandon? How's it going? Delea, what's up? Julissa, how's it going? We're just talking horror movies while I wait for people to trickle in. I know there's Substance. If you guys have not had a chance to see The Substance, it's that body horror film with Demi Moore. It is on the Mubi app. If you didn't get a chance to get the Mubi app, which because it's a weird app, and I know we have way too many apps to keep track of, it is coming to HBO Max on, I don't know what day. Hold on. I had an article. It had a lot of hype. I was able to see it. It's not bad. It's something interesting. It's something different. I kind of enjoyed it because it was something different. Just be prepared for camera angles that are going to be like up your nostrils to where you could see the nose hairs type of shots. But I did kind of enjoy it, like I said, because it was something different, something I've never seen before. It's going to be on HBO Max for those that have it on October 10th. So if you want to check out what the hype was about way back in the day about Substance, check it out. You want to see Demi Moore in a weird movie, check it out. Interesting movie. I didn't want to not stop watching it, so I did enjoy it. It was something different. Logical Spark, what is up? How's it going? Matthew saying HBO Max has the Nightmare on Elm Street films next month. John Carpenter, Christine as well. Plus, we're going into Halloween season is what I meant to say. Damn pop-ups. I don't know if you heard that, but I had a website open and it was playing music, and I was like, where the heck is that coming from? We are getting into Halloween season, so a lot of the streaming services are starting their 31 days or 13 days. I don't know how many days they do it. They are starting their Halloween movie streaming guide. So there's going to be a lot of streaming movies. Tubi, believe it or not, Tubi is a free app. If you guys haven't gotten it, get it. It does have some of those weird movies that you don't see normally on regular streaming apps. So I would definitely check out Tubi if you haven't done so. It's not just horror movies. There's other movies as well. I don't know if your TV has the app, but my TV has the app and I'm able to watch it through my TV as well. Oh, I saw a trailer for Stranger Things. I'm not interested. I never could really get into Stranger Things, but it's been so long with Stranger Things. And it got me thinking, when is that coming out? Because by the time that comes out, the actors are going to be 30. Mind you, I think they were 10 and 11 when they first started out. I finally found when it was coming out for those that are excited for the final season of Stranger Things. It looks like they're dividing it, unfortunately, which sucks. It's probably due to the strike way back then. I noticed they had to do the same thing for Wednesday season 2, but luckily we didn't have to wait too long. It was only a 3-week wait. But it looks like Stranger Things, for any of you waiting for that, I'm not. Like I said, by the time it comes on, the actors are going to be in their 30s. It looks like it's going to be divided. It is going to be on Netflix. 4 episodes on November 26th, 3 episodes on Christmas, and the final episode on New Year's Eve. All releasing at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys have been waiting, praying, counting down, November 25th is the day it looks like. Or 26th is the day. They will be 30. They're going to have gray hair by that time. Bernadette goes, not sure if Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will be good. I haven't seen the first one. That's on my list. It's just not something. I know there's a following for it. There's a lot of people when Matthew Lillard signs, there's a lot of people dressed up as a character from Five Nights at Freddy when they go see him, but I did not go see it. Yeah, exactly, Bernadette. 11's already married and adopted a child. So before we know it, they're going to have gray hair by the time they're on. It's crazy to think how long. That's the only thing. It's like you kind of forget what happened at the beginning because it's been so long. I haven't watched it. Like I said, I could never get into it. Could not. I do have some Funko Pops from it, but I could never get into it at all. But there you go. The wait is a little bit longer. It will be November 26th, which is crazy. She probably doesn't. Bertie Dicko's question is, does 11 still eat Eggo? She probably doesn't. I haven't. I don't even think I've seen an episode. I think I've seen parts of an episode because it's like one of those things I just could never get into it. Even when I like the concept of it, but I could not get into it. It was just not my cup of tea, so I haven't really watched it. But I was wondering when it was coming out because I would see all these trailers and these teasers, and I'm like, come on, quit teasing us and just put the thing on. Like, what? I don't know, too, if they pushed the date, because I saw somewhere while I was looking for the date, kind of vaguely, I didn't really read it, that someone had questioned, did they push the date up? So maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they're still finishing up the editing, but I don't know. I do not know. It is crazy. One thing that I saw, it's kind of local to us, that I thought was kind of crazy. It kind of reminded me of Final Destination, and a reason why I don't go on these rides, these carnival rides, not like a ride at Disneyland, but carnival rides, like the pop-up carnival rides. And there's a lot of them that pop up here in SoCal. They also have them at EDC. They have them inside the camp EDC. They have them at EDC. I've seen them at a Ferris wheel at Hard Summer. I've seen them at the music festivals. I don't care if they're free. I will not go on one. And this is perfect reason why I won't go on one. What's up, Ann? How's it going? And I've been seeing this more often than I'd like. I think the first one I saw that I didn't share, there was a carnival ride in Saudi Arabia where it became attached. I don't know if you guys saw that one. This was like, I believe, at the beginning of the summer. We'll start off with that one. I wasn't going to talk about that one, but we'll start off with that one. And this was recently. This one had occurred recently after I saw the last Final Destination, so it kind of was like, oh my god, Final Destination in real life. But it started off with the music park. It was a music park ride in Saudi Arabia. I don't know how, if they have the same type of regulations as we do here. I would assume that they would test the mechanics of the ride to make sure that it's safe. But in a music park ride in Saudi Arabia, and this happened in August, but we'll start off with this one. There's another one I'll talk about too that happened yesterday, I believe. An amusement park ride in Saudi Arabia collapsed, sending dozens of screaming riders hurtling to the ground in a horrific caught on video incident. State media said 23 people were injured, 4 of them seriously, when the 360 big pendulum ride suddenly snapped in half and the illuminated spinning wheel carrying passengers careened toward the earth. So, I don't know, is this a video? Oh, this is a video. Will it play the video? I'll play the video with no sound because it is after this ad. If you guys could see it, let me make sure you guys could see it. Yes, you guys could see it. Hold on, guys. Let me back up. So, this happened in August. So this is the reason why I don't go on these things, period. But yeah, check this out. It doesn't look like anyone was unalived in this event, thank goodness. But it just makes me think that you're going to, a fair and this happens. You're just going to have fun, right? You just want to go on this ride and have fun, and boom, that happens. And oh, wait a minute, that's the one I want to show next. But that happens, and you're like, what the hell? That's the main reason why I don't want on those rides. Hell no. It's because of that. I feel like, it can happen at Disneyland too. We've seen it happen at Disneyland, but it's not as common. But I'm seeing more and more of these like pop-up carnival rides having issues. Nerd Report, what's up? And so there was also one where it was after this, where there was it was on a cruise ship. I don't know if you guys have seen this too. A cruise ship. Let me see if I can find this one where the slide broke and somebody was actually on it. And then I don't really go on water slides, but this is crazy too.
Life with AFib can mean a lifetime of blood thinners. And if you're troubled by falls and bleeds, worry follows you everywhere.
But anyways, traveler treated for injuries after acrylic glass on cruise ship water slide breaks. After this ad, luckily this person escaped. Obviously had injuries, but escaped, the unimaginable. But check this out. This is on a cruise ship. The acrylic glass on the water slide just breaks. And that makes me think twice of going on water slides. I don't really go on water slides too much. There's not that many water parks that I know of nowadays. I remember them more when I was a kid. I do know they have like the indoor, they have the Wolf Lodge. I want to say lodge here that has like an indoor, it's like in a hotel with an indoor water slide type of thing. And I'm pretty sure there's more that I don't know of. But there's this. And this isn't a carnival ride, but still it made me think, holy crap, another, Final Destination moment. This is crazy. Again, luckily this person, nothing, the person had injuries, but nothing serious. But this is crazy. And it comes to my point of last night. So last night, another carnival ride. Another carnival ride malfunctions during school family fun day event in Pico Union area. A ride malfunctioned on Friday night at a school carnival in the Pico Union area, leaving several riders trapped inside. Video obtained by Eyewitness News shows first responders arriving at Bishop Conate, Our Lady of Loretta High School in the Pico Union area around 9 p.m. The ride, commonly known as the Zipper, remind yourself not to ever go on it, appeared to have stopped mid-ride with people inside. A witness can be heard saying that some of the riders were trapped for up to an hour. No injuries were reported, thank goodness. The school was hosting a family fun day event with carnival rides, food, live music, and petting zoo. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles sent Eyewitness News the following statement. We are grateful that no one was injured over the weekend when a carnival ride operated by a third party experienced a malfunction at a Bishop Conate High School event. We are very thankful to the first responders who arrived to help. The event was able to proceed as scheduled. The safety and well-being of all in our parishes, schools, and ministry remain our top priority. So, if it'll play, there you go. So this is the Zipper, and this is what happened. And again, this is the reason why I don't go on these things. I know California, there has to be some type of regulations when it comes to these things, but there's a person inside that. And I would assume that they check these things before they start. There's got to be some safety, like a PL. You know how there's a PLE checklist when you work with like a electric pallet jack or something that you have to check off and go through before you start your day. I would think there's something like that when it comes to this. But I know it's a machine. It could break at any time. I know this. You can't prevent stuff like this when it happens to be a machine, because any moving parts, they do wear and tear. But still, it's like, no, I don't want to go on these things ever again. And yeah. It's the reason why I don't go on these things. And I do see them more and more pop up here in SoCal. And I also do see them at music festivals. And especially now, I do not ever want to go on those things. But luckily, everyone in every single one that I showed you, there were some injuries, but luckily with that last one, there were no injuries. There were no injuries. So, I mean, obviously, that company that provided that machinery is going to get some bad rap, but or business, I should say, but it makes you think twice when you walk on those things or go on those things. It does. It really does now. Would you guys go on those things after seeing that? And have you guys gone on those things? Anne goes, I remember going to a neighborhood festival and being on a ride called the Hammer, and because the Kearney wanted me to date him, wouldn't let me off till I puked in the ride. Oh, Anne goes, I never took my kids. Yeah, I think I went on them when I was younger, but I don't think now I don't anymore. Carol goes, someone didn't do a thorough check of the ride. When I worked at a carnival on rides, we had to check every car, cage, and R clips, and no crack bolts or chain took us an hour or more to do so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There has to be like a checklist that you have to go through, because I know like when I worked in retail, we had a checklist for our, electric pallet jack and our Big Joe, our forklift. We called it the Big Joe. So we had a checklist for that we had to check all the time to make sure that it was working properly and make sure, there was no frayed wires or et cetera, et cetera. So I'm guessing there's the same thing when it comes to these type of machines. I get it. I understand it's a machine. Machines can malfunction. It's moving parts. Moving parts do wear. I understand that. But I feel like, and even if you checked, you never know. The guy could have checked. The guy could be, if it was me and that happened and I checked, I'd be like, oh my God, I checked, guys. I checked. You know what I mean? The guy might have checked, and you still can't prevent everything. You know what I mean? But I could see what you're saying, Carol. And as always, guys, Skelly Duck is somewhere in my background. It is not the duck by the blue bunny. If you are new here, Skelly Duck is pictured. If I could get the darn picture up. On my upper right hand corner, might be your upper left hand corner. That is what he looks like. I hide him every stream. He is somewhere in this background. Just remind me at the end of the stream and I will reveal his location. Carol goes, I used to set up and tear the rides down too. Oh, that's kind of cool. Bernadette goes, my moving parts are starting to malfunction. I feel like that with some of my parts. I know last stream I kind of mentioned the Buga Sphere, and I kind of wanted to go a little more in depth with it. I know this is a little older story, but I know someone had made a comment in the last stream as to why these alien objects, alien creatures, aliens, whatever it might be, are in. It seems like the stories that have come around, it seems like a lot of them are in Latin American countries. I noticed, I don't know why, because we had the Peruvian aliens, we have Ken Panama, his TikTok with his weird creature, where he's sick and he has the safe now in his bedroom and the thing is coming out of it and he's sleeping right next to it. And then now we had the Buga Sphere here in Colombia. This happened in May, somewhere around May or April. I believe a farmer found it in a field, and they did carbon date it. I do have a video of it flying a little bit. It is I was trying to find videos everywhere of it flying. I kind of found this X post that's on Twix. And it's basically a picture of the scientists. They're examining the sphere.
En el interior se puede observar en
So it does show a little bit of it flying. It's like very and that's kind of what the Buga Sphere looks like. And to pass through all the boring parts. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. There's more. I mean, this is kind of like the boring parts of it. But that's the Buga Sphere. I guess it's very hard to find. So here it is, kind of just flying. There you go. And then it just kind of falls, and a farmer, I believed, found it. But why are these, whatever it is, going to... Why does it seem like they're always going to like tropical countries? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of on the other side of the equator. I mean, we have a lot of places where we have forests here. So maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. What do you guys think? It's also been carbon dated. But it's not set in stone. But they do claim that it is 12,560 years old. And it places it in the late Pleistocene epoch during the Younger Dryas, the dramatic final cold snap of the Ice Age. And they're saying that it came from the sky. Well, obviously it came from the sky. I am so... Hold on, guys. Give me a second, guys. And then, as always, Nerd Report has dropped my link for PayPal if you guys would like to donate and help a girl out to keep the lights on. The link is in the chat for you. Which I'm also going to pin it to the top of the chat. So, guys, what do you think that is? And if it is 12,560 years old, how did it get here? How? That is crazy. It's not official, though. It's a scientist that claimed that it's 12,000 years old, but still, though, that is crazy. How did it get here? There's no explanation as to how that got here. There isn't. If it's from the Ice Age, almost, it looks like, or the final stages of the Ice Age, that's crazy. Julie N, what is up? You didn't get notified? What? Pesky YouTube. Also, too, I know YouTube has done, I know it's done that to other people, so always just, like, triple check to make sure you're subscribed, because YouTube likes to be pesky. Brandon goes, outer space is a vast void, or maybe it came through a black hole. What do I know? That's something we can't explain. That's like, the Buga Sphere is something I can't explain. That I can't explain. I really can't explain that. Usually I'm skeptical, but that I'm kind of like, okay, so this is, it's saying it has Sanskrit on it. It's saying it's weird. It's weird. It's something I can't explain. It's something that scientists are testing and it's this, this, and this. And I'm like, I'm looking at the scientist part of it and I'm like, whoa. Like, I'm beginning to believe. A lot of times I don't believe. It's hard for me to believe these videos, or I remain skeptic, which is nothing wrong with being skeptic about things. But this is something I really can't explain. It's something weird. It really is. And I'm hoping that we get more information on this. It would be. Brandon goes, that would be cool to travel time and space. It would be. I don't think we have the technology yet to do so, because it takes it. We would grow old before we reach somewhere. Julissa goes, it's definitely space debris, could be from a weather balloon. But how does it explain it being 12,000 years old, though? How does that get explained? I get you could, yeah, that's plausible, yeah. But it's a ball, though. It's not debris. It's not like a piece of metal that just came out of nowhere. It's like an actual, like, sphere. Julissa goes, could be a dating error. Could be. Could be. We're not perfect. Brandon goes, if Katy Perry space traveled, why can't we? She does it virtually. Gunner Girl goes, good question. You would think someone would have seen it long before. True. Why all of a sudden is it appearing in Colombia, of all places? Why not France? Why not Los Angeles? I know there was a V-shaped UFO, or well, technically it is an unidentified flying object, so, but there was one in Los Angeles. I know we had a SpaceX or rocket or something, I believe so, that launched yesterday, and I saw it it's the first time I ever saw one in the sky. I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought it was a UFO. I mean, technically an unidentified flying object, so technically anything unidentified is considered a UFO, even if it is a drone. But it makes you wonder, like, with all the stuff that's coming around. Wendy, what is up? How's it going? Julissa goes, I'm sure we will eventually get an explanation. We probably will. It's not going to be what we want to hear, though. It's going to, I don't know. I feel like they'll give us as much information as they can, and then they'll stop after that. They don't, like, go straight. They're not straightforward when they talk about these things. And I wish sometimes, I mean, not the scientists, but like the government. I wish the government sometimes, and I know I've said this a billion times, but I wish they would just come out and say it. You know what I mean? True, it would be boring if they gave it to us all at once. It would be. Wendy, I hope you feel better. That sucks. But I'm sure there's more things that will pop up. I know there's drones that have been showing up. in a Denmark airport as well. Drones shut down another airport in Denmark days after mysterious sightings shock European authorities. An airport in Denmark. I love ads. An airport in Denmark shut down all flights after an unidentified drone entered into controlled airspace just days after a similar mystery sighting suspended traffic at a Copenhagen airport. All inbound and outbound flights at Aalborg Airport were halted on Wednesday night when several unmanned aircraft were spotted hovering above the Danish runways, according to flight radar. Drones have been observed near Aalborg Airport and the airspace has been closed. The police are present and investigating further. Nordigiland police said in a statement posted to X, and I know I butchered that. I apologize in advance. Officials said police are observing the drone activity and that they will take down the mysterious flyers if given the chance. We cannot yet comment on the purpose of the drones flying in the area, nor can we say anything about who the actor behind it is. Chief Inspector Jesper Boygard Madsen, I am butchering his name, I apologize, said in a statement issued Wednesday night, if we get the opportunity, we'll take down the drones, the chief warned. At least 3 flights have been diverted from Aalborg Airport, including 2 SAS planes, 1 Norwegian airline plane, and 1 KLM Royal Dutch Airway flight, Sky News reported. The same night, a separate drone incident took place at the airport in Oslo, Norway. Norwegian broadcaster NRK reported. The Prime Minister of Denmark called the incursion the most serious attack on Danish critical infrastructure to date. We are obviously not ruling out any options in relation to who is behind it, Denmark Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen said Tuesday. I certainly cannot deny in any way that it is Russia. She added, the Russo-centric speculation comes just 2 weeks after at least 19 Russian drones were pew-pewed down deep inside Poland after a reckless incursion. Those crafts were cheap Russian Gerbera drones, which the bellicose nation has deployed for reconnaissance during the war with Ukraine, a Polish army official told Rucker. So that is crazy. More drones. I know we had some drones here as well. But anyways, guys, I am going to open it up for questions. If you guys have any questions, I'll give you a few minutes also to look for Skeleduck. Carol, I know you found him already. But if you guys, let's open it up for questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Wendy's asking how my weekend, and it was good. I had a good weekend. Wasn't bad at all. Julie, you can see it on the replay. Julie, how old, or Julissa, because Julie's right above. How old is your pup now? She's a little over a year old. Brandon goes, that spear looked like a large ornament. I'm trying to figure out what it reminds me of. I've seen something like it before. Reminds me kind of a like a, I don't know. Something out of Phantasma. Except it's a lot smaller. The Phantasm one is smaller. Gunner Girl, I think we got rain. I was kind of disappointed. I was looking forward to the rain, but not like you guys did. I'm glad you guys are okay. I saw the news reports. But in Arizona, woo, they got hit hard with the rain. We barely, I mean, I saw dry water spots on my windshield the next day. So I think we got some rain, but it was probably overnight where I didn't get to see any of it. And I was like, darn, like I was looking forward to the rain. Matthew goes a Starman silver ball, but a huge one. Guys, I also have a new Grayson Report like merch site that I've been working on. It is still in a work of progress. But I'll drop the link in the chat in a minute here. But this is my new like merch site. It does have options where as well as you can where you could join for a monthly fee to help keep the lights on. There are perks to each one of these membership tiers. If you guys want to check it out, I will drop the link in the chat. But it does have merch. It does. I'm still working on the YouTube part of it. I was having issues with it today, but it is a work in progress. If you guys want to check it out, I will drop the link. All right, the link is in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Again, it's a work in progress. I'm still working on it, but it's getting there. But if you guys want to check it out, you want to support, that will help me out immensely to keep the electricity on, considering my electricity bill is going to go up. I got an email saying that it's going up. And I don't know if it's because of the darn fires we've been having or what, but my electricity's been going up and up and up lately. And everything else to add on to that. My internet bill has gone up as well, which is not fun. And again, I'll be adding more things to it. It is a work in progress, but that is basically kind of where I am with it right now. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew bookmarked it. And again, it is in the chat, but I'll drop it again for you guys to see. Guys, any more questions? And I'll give you a few more minutes to check where Skeleduck is hiding. Or anything interesting that you had seen that you would like to share. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. On another cool note, you could get a Jason Chia pet for those horror enthusiasts. I don't know. I like to share these crazy things. And yes, you could get this, believe it or not. It is a Jason Voorhees Chia pet where it grows hair. I'm sorry, when I saw this, I thought it was cool because it's cool, like by itself, it's cool without growing the chia part of it. Like, that is cool just on its own. Like, I would keep it without putting the actual seeds on it. But I've done chia pets in the past, and I can never get it to look like the picture ever. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten it to look like that. I have never. I've never. But to just get it like that is kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of nostalgia. I grew up with chia pets. But no matter how much I watered it and babied it, I would never get it to look like that. But anyways, for your horror loving fan that you may have, you could get it for them as a gift, which it's still pretty cool. Julissa goes, my kids and I checked out the Spirit Halloween store, and they had some new very scary animatronics. I haven't gone into one yet. I need to go into one, but I'm afraid I'm going to spend money, and I don't have money to spend. That's why I've been avoiding it. Carol goes, I have a chia pet head part that kind of looks like a zombie head. That's actually kind of cool. Bernadette goes, Jason got his soul glow. Thank you, Gunner Girl. All right, guys, real quick. Skeleduck is right there. Right where my finger's pointed. It's right in between Thing. You can barely see Thing and the alien duck, but it's that little head that's popping up where my finger's pointed. So you got the alien duck and then the head of Skeleduck. So that is where he is. Carol goes, Jason with a green afro. Exactly, because Jason doesn't have hair. I mean, honestly, if I got that chia pet, it would look like Jason. Because the way my chia pets grow, it only grows a strand. And that's kind of how Jason's hair is. It's like strands of like dead hair hanging off his head. So yeah, I mean, my chia pet will actually come out looking like Jason's hair. Oh, that is awesome. Julissa goes, I had self-control and didn't spend any money at Spirit Halloween. All right, guys, any last minute questions before I end this stream? Matthew goes, I just got an Xbox Series X, so I'm out. I know the prices for those are going up too, I heard. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Grace Report. I will see you on the next one. It's probably going to be next Monday, guys, but keep an eye on the social for videos that I will be dropping. I will see you on the next one, guys. Stay spooky and sweet nightmares, and thank you. Good night, guys.